Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm hanging out with some friends here. You know, I've been camping up over here, and these folks were going to do some horseback riding and stuff. They've got, you see the big trailer over here, and got their camp over here. They needed a space by the corrals, so of course we're going to be accommodating, let everybody come hang out. We've been hanging out by the fire. But this is Randy, right?
Yep.
This is Randy, and this is his Ram 3500, and he's got a Grandby on it. And I know I've never showed you guys a Grandby. He's done some pretty cool things on it to make it his own. So we're going to talk to him, and he's going to go through his truck for us.
Okay. Yep. Well, so I guess the first thing is I've got a 2009 Dodge 3500 Cummins, and so the good thing is we have plenty of power.
Right, yeah, no doubt, for these Colorado hills. And you live in Durango.
Well, we live in Durango, yeah.
Yep.
So we go everywhere in this thing.
Right.
And I originally had like a 1985 four-wheel, and it was beautiful and great. We loved it, but then, well, we made the mistake of going to the factory and saw the nice ones, and then pretty soon we ended up with one of these.
Yeah.
And then, so I think this is one of the very first flatbed models that probably four-wheel made, I think.
Okay.
I'm guessing. Just kind of because of the way the front end is set, where now the new one has a full box.
Gotcha.
I don't know what you call that. I kind of think this was probably an afterthought, but that ends up being storage underneath the bed, which is nice. And then, so when I bought it, I had to put a flatbed on it.
Absolutely.
So then you kind of end up getting this storage spot that I have here to put, oh, I don't know, tables and,
oh yeah,
you know, wheel chocks and extra pads. And then I have a shower stand and extra solar panels and my lock system. Makes it look locked anyway.
Yeah, like G20 or something.
Yeah.
That material, that starboard material. And so you bought the Grandby new?
Well, I bought it used. No, it was one of the I bought it used. I found it on Craigslist.
Okay.
And like I was telling you earlier, I think this was one of the very first ones that ever came up for sale used.
That's pretty wild.
And I got lucky because I could have never afforded one probably. And this guy, he was actually a photographer in St. George, and he bought it. And I think he ended up deciding that his wife didn't like driving the big truck with that, so I think they were going back to Toyota.
Something
size
smaller.
With maybe a smaller
Gotcha.
four-wheel is, I think, what they were going to go.
Gotcha, okay.
Because he said this one was just too big.
Now, you had one of the slide-ins, right, before you did the Grandby.
Yeah, like I said, I had an 85. I think it was about an 85. It was one of the early ones, very primitive, you know, hand pump.
Yep.
Cooler. No hot water. No problems.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was easy, right?
Always introduce problems. Yeah.
Yeah. The more things, the niceties are nice, and they bring more work.
Yeah.
In some ways. But so yeah, I had that one and we loved it. But then when this came up, we were like, we took a chance and bought it, and we love it. That's for sure.
Yeah. And you have the two dogs that travel with you.
Two dogs that travel.
Yeah.
The other one is, but you know, the downside to the flatbed is you got to have higher stairs.
Yes.
You know, because your other one you can get by with just the little itty bitty stairs to climb in the back. So that's probably the biggest drawback to a flatbed, I'd say, is the stairs.
Okay. The height, how high everything is. High. Yep. Gotcha.
And then, so you have to climb the stairs and then duck to get in.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how all four wheels are that way.
Okay.
But you know, we love the four-wheel thing, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. You got the buyer's boxes that come with the.
Well, I put them on.
You put those on.
You know, that's an add-on. It's not.
Okay.
Not included.
Yeah. Right. Gotcha.
But yeah, and I could have put backwards, I suppose, but you probably, you know.
Yeah, this rail makes it nice. I notice how you have your shovel here.
Yep.
Sitting on the outside.
Those
are quick fists.
Quick fists, yeah.
Yep,
you know
I use them.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you know that works. That's the best place to put a shovel, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and then I carry this little rack or little whatever you want to call it, ladder.
Little footstool.
For whenever I don't have the main stairs out, because I don't. You know, if you're just jumping in at lunch and things like that. Hey,
Lily. Yep. You see something?
Somebody walking.
Yep.
There's more dogs.
We got more dogs back here.
Well, my nieces
there he is. How you doing, buddy? Come to say hello.
Horse trailer while they went on a horse. So originally I wanted to carry skis on my vehicle.
Okay.
I don't want them out exposed to the elements, so I searched and tried to find a box, and I found this thing, this DZ box.
Yep.
Which Cassie, enough.
See your mounts here,
And,
where the old Rotopacks used to go.
Yep. And
Okay.
actually, I had to rebuild this box. It failed. I can show. I don't know if you really want to get that.
You had to put in reinforcements.
Yeah, you can see that I rebuilt the box inside. See all those?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, this is aluminum,
Yep.
and aluminum gets fatigued.
Fatigued. Yep.
And it
Absolutely.
probably is made to be set on a flatbed and not hung by its side.
Yeah.
More likely is part of the problem.
Yeah.
So I went and had one of my steelworker buddies at a shop rebuild all that for me.
Nice.
Because it actually completely had cracked and everything.
Yeah.
But that's where I put those stairs when I'm traveling.
Gotcha. And then you got your recovery boards up on top.
Recovery boards, support a toilet when you need it.
Yep.
Even though we do have a toilet, but I like that for most of the time.
And no problem with your extensions
So far,
using on here.
this is actually the first time I've carried my e-bike on here with all that. And you know,
Okay.
the road we came up was fairly rugged.
Yep.
But it was dark, and so I don't know. It seemed it made it. It made it. That's all that matters.
There you go.
No, it seems like it did.
And you have the winter package on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can look inside if you want.
Yeah, for sure. If there's anything else on the outside you want to
Oh, I don't know.
point out, or
What else is over here? Oh, I guess you can see where the rat might be.
a high lift.
Same
Yeah.
thing, but this one I just drilled holes right through it. and
Okay.
Mounted with bolts.
Yeah, these braces are really nice in here. That allows you a lot of extra
They're called, what do they call? There's a name for those.
rub rails or
Rub
something.
rails. They're called rub rails.
Nice. And this is 4-wheel drive.
This is four-wheel drive.
Okay.
I've considered putting lifts on it and everything, but the extra money, and did put timberings in the back.
Yeah.
To beef them up a little bit.
Yeah.
But then the only other thing on the outside that I guess I talked about earlier was I put those little bungee cords on the top, which you can see it hooked into the hydraulic cylinders that also assist.
yeah.
They also assist the top folding in correctly,
Right. So it doesn't get pinched.
and that's
On
a
the
pretty cheap
outside.
fix.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know. Extra handles, so I just put a bunch of those to reinforce the door.
Huh, that's pretty
and then
cool.
I just hung that on there. So you can put shoes, because
Yeah.
what do you do with shoes?
Yeah,
How many pairs of shoes do you haul?
4.
More than you want.
Actually 5. I have my winter boots too. Yeah.
Like I have a friend who went skiing with his family, and he said when he counted how many pairs of shoes they had,
Yeah.
you don't even want to know.
For sure.
But I
Oh,
guess
Lily's already made herself home.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go inside. And we'll go. Lily always makes herself at home and other people's stuff.
so we have the view out the back. So if you swing over here, I guess you can see that what happens if you have the 6 foot versus the 8 foot.
Yes, this is
you
really small.
You lose 2 feet of this, right?
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
So you lose 2 feet of that. So
And there's your winter.
there's the winter pack.
Yep, your winter pack that goes through there.
And we do camping this in the winter, and I think it's got to help.
Oh yeah,
It can't hurt, and we never take it out.
yeah, no doubt. This makes into a bed also.
This makes into a bed. Well, really, what you're supposed to do is take the table.
Set it down
this
there.
this is the storage that's in a Grandby, right?
That's good
so it
storage.
has this box.
Yeah.
You do have to move this every time, but
Yeah.
there's ways to do it. And then you get 2 of those. This is how I usually do it.
That is a lot of storage.
Yep.
In these.
And so when we're doing
Man.
long traveling, these are full, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But like I can put, I guess you can zoom in. I got an axe in there and
Yeah, you can see
Oh,
how
I
much
got
storage
my-
is in here.
compressor,
Yeah, always keeping that.
heater,
Yeah, for sure.
tools.
Also using the L track down here.
Yep. I don't use it a whole lot. The guy that had it before me would put his stairs there and then hook it into the L track so it doesn't bounce
okay.
around. That was
Gotcha.
that's where he kept those stairs that I use. I keep them outside because, well, when I do it, I actually put it in a dry bag to kind
Okay.
of make it padded. But I
Right.
still have scratched this up before bringing stairs in. And
Oh yeah, my
Yeah.
whole front right
Yeah,
in this
biggest
area
thing,
is scratched up from the bike and
so
everything
I
else.
here's something that I did that's kind of different. Is I take these boards that I cut.
Yeah, I saw
And
those.
so you can just slide this to here, slide these over,
Yep.
and make a bed quickly.
Yep.
Uh,
No, and then you don't have to worry about that.
And then
you can sleep one person
can do
across
it.
there.
and that thing will slide over, and it makes into a bed.
Yeah.
Instead of pulling the table off and unscrewing all those screws.
Yep.
And, you know, if you're sleeping 2 people, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But one, and then that also makes a really nice shoe rack to put your shoes on at night.
Right.
And then we carry a cooler just for ice for drinks.
I'm just amazed at
time.
the space in these.
And then I threw that hammock to keep sleeping bags and various things loose. That
Totally out of the way. You could even eat here and not have any issue with us in the way.
And then it has this fan, and we just added a second fan up there.
Okay.
If you're going to put a fan in, make sure that your person you're buying it from gives you a reversing one. This one didn't reverse, and we don't know if we're going to keep it for
King
that
size?
It's a queen.
It's a queen.
They do make a king, and when they do a king,
slides out.
They have a slide out thing that goes to here.
I've seen that.
And I'm not sure. I think you got to deal with extra mattress pads somehow.
Yeah, I think so.
And then it's got to be harder to climb in to me.
Yeah, but that's plenty of room.
It is. The downside is you have to sleep this way.
Yeah, okay.
Which means that my wife has to climb over me or I have to climb over her.
Gotcha.
That's the downside. If you're a king, you can go this way.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, that totally makes sense.
Or if you're only 5 foot tall, you're perfect.
Yeah.
What else is in here?
Lighting stuff.
So I don't know. I guess since you want to see them, but this is where all the electronics are.
Okay, very clean.
Yep. And then this has storage.
Yep.
Which that's the bar and coffee and all those kind of things. Dog food.
Yeah. Got to have room for our coffee.
And then this one does have a toilet.
Yeah. So he's got this underneath.
So this has the cartridge Thetford.
Yep.
Which is very nice. I originally we both thought we would never use it, but honestly, the times I use it the most is like when you're in a city or something and you got to go and you can't find a place.
Yep. Absolutely.
And it's real easy actually to unload and pull the thing out and just go to an outhouse and dump it. It's really, we've used it way more than we thought.
Right.
You know, there's a debate about that's great storage space, but having a toilet is pretty nice.
It's pretty nice. I agree. Absolutely agree.
You know,
and these are set up with the Dometic sink and stove.
Yep.
And fridge.
Yep. And everything's great with these things. This one's a little funky. It's not a high quality thing, but I haven't figured out anything else to do when you have to close it, right? Because it has to be this kind of thing. Yeah. And then you have all this top if you want to use it,
top
which
counter
is nice.
space.
I don't know what I say about that stuff, but the fridge is one of the best things. This is a complete compressor fridge. Of course, it only has drinks in it right now. But this is a complete compressor fridge. I prefer that definitely over propane.
Okay, gotcha.
It has never killed my battery, and
so compressor, it's electric.
It's 100% off my solar panels, completely off the solar.
And how much solar are you running?
I'd have to look, but I think it's about close to 400. Okay. I think the panels, and I have 2 batteries which are underneath here from the outside.
And those are 100?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you exactly. I'd have to look it up.
Those are deep cell batteries, so
they're deep cell, and I've never changed them. I've had this thing since 2019, and it's 24. So I've had it 5 years, and I haven't changed them. And
never had to change.
I'm assuming they're the originals.
I would, yeah, you would think so if you haven't changed them for sure.
And then, like I was saying, I guess one other thing is this does have storage under here.
Oh, I love that.
You know, that's where we throw our.
Yeah.
I mean, I see a lot in YouTube videos. A lot of people throw all their clothes there. Whatever's your favorite thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is probably. I think the new one might have one that goes
all the way.
I don't know how you reach it, but you know.
Yeah, it goes all the way.
But that gives you a lot more storage as well.
So wish I had that storage.
And then the only other storage in here, I guess, is the sink. Then you have the drawer. Yeah. You have this with all our pots and pans and stuff, and there's lots of there's plenty of room.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's another one here which we do with
just extra storage.
I don't know. I made this little thing with all your cups.
Yeah, slide everything out,
and then
get
all
to
of
it.
Our, this kind of stuff I just shove in there when we go.
Yeah. And another nice thing about this type of setup is when you're traveling down the road, you don't have to worry about the noise because you're not attached to the coach. Like I have a pass-through.
Oh, your pass-through.
So all the noise in the back I get to hear.
Oh.
Where if anything's rattling back here.
Yeah. out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. Nothing's rattling. Nothing's rattling.
Right, exactly.
Because this thing, imagine the new ones are probably better, but there's only one place that has power in here. I imagine the new ones.
That's pretty much how all of them
Well,
are.
and I ran a cord over here to go to the bed so you can charge while you're in, you know.
Gotcha.
And it would be really nice to run one over
To that
to the
other
table.
side.
And then this one's all LED lights.
Yep.
Oh, here's something else that was kind of cool. I don't know if I can find them. But they don't have a light right over the table.
Okay.
So I found these on...
Oh, nice.
I guess we might as well do it.
Magnetic, yeah.
And then you throw that magnet there.
Up here. Very
And
cool.
then those you just charge, and they actually have motion detectors and all that stuff.
I have something very similar. Mine are square.
Yeah, because my wife was like, "Oh, Kelly," she's like, "I can't read, I can't whatever." So rather than running,
Right.
Although I'm sure there's power here.
Oh, gotcha. Yes, definitely.
But I don't know with the metal,
where how to run it through.
With the four-wheel having steel or aluminum.
Oh, you've got an interesting hook right here. What is this all about?
This?
That guy, yeah.
Oh, this has an interior shower.
Ah, okay. So this is your drain down here.
Well, okay. Here's the water shower.
Okay, gotcha.
This is the shower hooks for a curtain.
Yep, I see it.
This is the shower holder. And yes, you're right. There is a
shower pan underneath here.
There's a shower pan under here, but now I have this. I have it insulated. So
cool.
But there.
Yeah, right there.
Now, if you're really prone to wanting to take a shower in your car, I guess you could do that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I can't imagine
the
moisture, how you keep all the water going down there. But,
it's there.
It's an interesting thing that they thought of.
For sure. Yeah, this is, like I said, I am really blown away. Like I said, the only one I've ever been in is a 6 foot. Mm-hmm. The 8 foot is so much more room.
Yeah, I mean,
this is comfortable.
You can almost kind of lay down here.
Yeah. You could totally
when you're asleep, and
you've got a seat here.
Well, you can sit
if you had to. Somebody could sit here. Somebody could sit here. You could have 4 people here.
Well, I've had 3 people and 4 dogs in here before easily.
Yeah, right.
You can put a dog here, a dog here.
Yep.
Dogs there, dog here. Yeah, well, whatever. If you want to do that.
Did you hear that, Lily? You could have a couple of.
I threw me a thermometer in here.
Nice.
It's got an outside one that never stays charged.
Yeah. That's the problem with it.
Now we've rigged it with the dog bed up front. I guess I can show you that if you want.
All you guys, I run into so many people that want to build something like what I've got.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff out there already that's really capable, and just get in it. And we were talking about this. Do you build something? Like I took 2 years to build mine. He was able to go buy it, put it on the rig, and go camping.
Yep. Yeah, and 4-wheel, they've been around since probably I'm going to say the late 60s probably. Yeah. They were in Denver back then. And
they've got the R&D.
Yeah. And so, they've ironed out most of the issues, I think.
Yeah.
You can go find things where people complain about them, but I think I've never had anything come loose. I've never had, you have maintenance issues, yes.
Yeah. And you can still get these used. So, I mean, I'm really impressed with the space in this. I
don't know, there's all kinds of cool things about these.
Yeah, this is nice. How did you do temperature-wise last night in here?
Oh, it was, Nice. This thing will maintain, I would say, in the winter, if it's, 10 to 20 out, we can keep it. You can get it up to 60 or so.
Yeah, okay.
If you crank the heater up.
Yep. That's totally doable.
Yeah. And I mean,
more than
we carry winter sleeping bags anyway. Yeah. And so if your heater did go out, but it's
and you got great views. I mean, you can open this thing up. You've got 4 windows on the top up here. You've got a couple of the side windows, a back window.
This one's pretty good,
Yep.
The way their design is, you do not have windows in the top.
Yeah.
But that's part of it. The other good thing about 4-wheels is they do not have a mechanical raising and lowering.
Yep.
Which is good because you don't have things that can go wrong.
Yep.
But you got to do it yourself.
Right. So you got to be careful of what weight you put on top.
Well, I guess I could show you. I have you've probably seen these before, but this is like a speaker jack, right?
Okay.
That you modify. I guess I can pop it out, no problem. That's probably hooked in the back too.
You say speaker jack.
Well, like speakers at concerts.
Oh, yes, I do.
And so you buy these, and then you put ends on them. You can find this on
How
YouTube.
clever is that?
And then, you know, you just stick it right here.
Yeah, use that to
and
do
hit
your...
the board. And so my wife, who can't raise it, I can raise it totally myself with my...
but that is so cool.
But then you can... Right?
I just talked to somebody that was having an issue with theirs.
So, yeah.
And, yeah, I am going to tell them about that.
You know, I guess there's a brand if you want it. I don't know. I'm sure there's a million.
Stage.
There's a bunch of these.
Yeah.
I mean, I found it on
so clever.
YouTube or somewhere, right? Somebody did this.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
For
crutches,
chairs. For
crutches or chairs, yeah.
I think.
For whatever size that is. That is so clever.
Because another thing is, if you are camping and it snows 6 or 8 inches on your roof, then it's heavy.
All that weight.
And so this you can do it.
And even bringing it down, because if you had all that weight and you didn't know it and you weren't expecting it, you could hurt yourself actually trying to keep it up.
At night if it snowed on you while you were sleeping, yes.
Yeah. Oh, so you didn't even put that up there as a precautionary thing.
You could.
To help give you a little bit of... Not that these are going to give... I mean, these are some pretty impressive lock
Well, this is
system.
a long roof. This is like, I'm going to say 14 foot, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Because you have the cab over.
Right.
8-foot bed and then a 2-foot overhang.
Right.
So, I mean, this is a substantial roof.
Yeah.
This one's way harder to raise and lower than our old
would make sense
one.
Absolutely.
The other one would just go up on its own pretty much, and this one I have to, well, what I really do is I stand on here and get my shoulder under it.
Right.
So it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But these, and then actually I was, I was just reading, they make electric versions of these. Amazon sells them for about $130. I was looking at them yesterday. Yeah. Because I stumbled on some Facebook page where they were talking about the outside shocks, and he goes, oh, we just put so they call it a linear actuator.
Okay.
And it's an electric version of this, and you plug it into your 12 volt.
Gotcha.
So, but this won't fail.
Exactly. Right.
You know, and it fits, you know, once again, those, whatever you called those things again.
Yeah, quick fists.
Quick
we make all different sizes of those to put all kinds of cool stuff.
And I just
lock it in. That's a cool one. I have never seen that, and that is such a smart idea. Now I've got something else to share with people.
Well, the 4-wheel, I think it's the best design for, because, you know, I had friends that had, I don't know, different brands that were electric raised, and they would get crooked and stuck, and you know, I don't know. This one can't really fail.
Right. As much as possible.
As you can get it up.
Right.
Oh, you know, like I said, I have this all rigged up for. This is the simple way to do dogs.
Oh, for dogs, yep.
So that's just a table. That's just a table from Walmart.
Very cool.
It fits perfect.
Yeah.
And then you have all that storage too.
Yes. That's something I miss, is having a double cab on mine.
Well, the double cab.
That space would be so nice.
It changes your 4-wheel habits, but it's.
Yeah.
You know, once again, we're leaning more towards living the luxury side, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, you do get limited on where we can take them sometimes, but
well, you gotta have one of those.
Oh. Yeah, little cushion.
And then I never figured out why 4-wheel does this, but I guess if you really want to try to get on the roof.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if you had stuff on the roof, like you said, if you had stuff on the roof that you attached.
It has a roof rack.
A rack,
slide.
Yep. So you could put like a SUP up there, like those little things that take on the water.
I have a friend
stuff
that
like
has
that.
An older one, and it's not as not as big as this one, but he puts sea kayaks and goes to Baja.
There you go.
And raises it.
Yeah.
Like you said, with that
actuator
with the actuator, if you had 2 of those, well, you only do one end at a time, so you only need one.
True.
Because you raise one end and then
it locks. Yeah. Okay. And then this is where he was talking about for the toilet comes through here.
Yeah, I guess.
So
I actually have an insulation pad to kind of.
Gotcha. But yeah, so you just slide that dude out, and then you can take it and dump it.
Well, it's easy. That's it.
Yeah. Take the whole thing with you. No mess, no fuss.
And then you just.
Yeah.
Usually we just go find an outhouse somewhere and dump it on the road.
Yeah, it's not like the big slinkies that you got to dump your black tank.
It's locked.
Okay.
Oh, Zamp was the one I was talking about.
Oh, Zamp Solar. Yeah. Okay.
So when I had solar panels that failed, I ended up wiring a connector here It goes right to my batteries, and then I carry a spare SAMP solar panel.
Gotcha.
That just plugs right into there.
Yep, totally makes sense.
Yep.
Very cool. So Randy, tell me what's going on the front here that you got going.
Well, I also have a dirt bike. I have a CRF 250L that I'd like to be able to get out into the woods, and so
okay.
The options are on the back, which is kind of hard with that box, or put it on the front.
Big one.
I'm going to have to deal with trying to figure out if I'm going to have to raise it or lower it and all that stuff once I get around to doing it.
Yeah, one thing you got to consider when you're doing stuff like this, because before one of my videos I showed I had a motorcycle, I tried to put it in the front, really didn't like how it obstructed the lights, so I opted
view of the road
and view of the road also. Yeah, and so that's just something really to consider doing something like that. But yeah, this is nice.
Well, if it doesn't work out, you could always put two little what are those trays there?
Oh yeah, firewood, whatever
stuff like that on the front
with.
too.
Or mountain bike, if that ends up not being the way you want to do it in the back.
Because I can also envision taking and making a connector between these two.
Right.
And turn it into a regular single one.
Right.
It's still way cheaper than putting like I said, a deer catcher on there.
And you also said you had an inflatable boat, right? You have an inflatable?
Yep.
Is that one of those ones you could actually, I mean, I know they're big inflatables, but is that one you could fold up and put in a rack up here?
Well, it is. You know, you start reaching the end when you're stacking stuff on both ends of your vehicle.
Yeah.
But I also don't like pulling trailers because you can get in places you can't turn around. Yeah. I've done that with my trailer. Yeah. My main thing is we use a raft that's on a snowmobile trailer is what it is. Okay. And then I have my motorcycle mounted on there, which we can do shuttles and all our stuff, so we don't depend on anybody for shuttles. And then, but you got to pull that trailer. Yeah. And ideally, I would like to get it where I can put my motorcycle and my raft on here and not have a trailer, but I don't know if that's possible.
And tell people what you do here in Durango.
Oh gosh, let's see. I have a ranch. I have an outfit. Well, I just sold my outfitting business.
What was the name of that?
That was Over the Hill Outfitters, and we still are Over the Hill Outfitters, but we run 2 hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, and 3 hour rides at our ranch in Durango. OverTheHillOutfitters.com. Cool. And then I also teach physics at Fort Lewis College in Durango.
Okay.
So,
gotcha.
And then
very cool.
In my spare time, I drive around my car, I suppose.
Or the mountain bike, or the motorcycle,
or the raft.
Or the raft.
No, we're big time fishermen. My wife is very much into fly fishing, so we.
Oh, cool.
That's why we drag the boat everywhere we go, to Montana and everywhere.
Very cool.
And
that's
so
awesome.
we're rigged to go like that. So
yeah, right, for sure. I want to pick up a just like one of those little Cocapelli single rafts. I want to get one of those for the lakes because a lot of times when you're fly fishing, you just can't get it where the fish are biting out in the middle.
Yeah. Well, we fish the San Juan and Blackfoot and all. Well, there's rivers everywhere we go. That's our goal, is to go hit all those rivers eventually.
Nice.
So and with a motorcycle, you don't have to get a shuttle.
Yeah.
So that's why we're trying to get. But I'd like to get the motorcycle where I could take it to places like this and then go riding. Yeah. And that's the goal, but I don't know. We'll see how that works.
This week they have horses, but you know.
Yeah, my nieces and nephews are all out riding horses, and my dad's hanging out waiting for them. And
very cool.
We all ended up here.
Well, it's pretty cool. Thank you, Randy, for sharing your rig with us and showing us how you got it set up. Hopefully you guys got some ideas on if you're thinking about a Grandby or something similar to that. Like I said, guys, you don't have to do what I did, which is customize and build your whole entire thing. It took me 2 years to build it. A lot of camping I missed and stuff. There's so much cool stuff out there. You've got the Grandbys, you've got AT Overland, you've got all kinds of other companies out there. If you're really into glamping, you can check out my guys at Truck House. They've got a pretty nice setup, the BCR that they're running. So, all right, guys, we're gonna just hang out and chill, and hope you guys got something from that. See you next time.